Hello. My name is Jayleen Salcedo. I'm a student at Classical High School, and I'm a member of the Providence Student Union. And I'm here on behalf of public school students to show support for the teachers of our schools and to stand against the Achievement First expansion. When I moved to Providence in the middle of 7th grade, I was enrolled in Roger Williams Middle School, and the school conditions were terrible. On my first day, students were evacuated because of a gas leak, and this happened several times throughout the year. Students had tiles falling on their heads, and it was just like the building was falling apart. It was difficult seeing it because when I asked around, I was like, why is this school so poorly funded? The answer was that we were the lowest ranked middle school in Providence. I looked around me and saw myself surrounded by bright, empowered, and inspired students that don't deserve any less of an education. 2 years later, I started my first day at Classical High School, which was at the time it was the #1 ranked high school in Rhode Island. I don't know if it still is. It probably is. And students were And students were also having tiles fall on their heads. The bathroom stalls were broken. The running water was brown. There was never any toilet paper. It was disappointing. So I was shocked that in Classical conditions were worse than they were in Roger Williams. So I just have to say, we need to rebuild our schools. Budget cuts in our schools that are already under-resourced and underfunded make no sense. If our public schools are the problem and we want to fix the problem, why don't we just fix our public schools? And teachers, your fears are valid, but I'm going to say to you what I'm going to say to students tomorrow. Turn that fear into something positive because it pertains to you. Make it something you want to fight about. I appreciate teachers because when I was in the 6th grade, I was diagnosed with a mental illness, and I was bedridden for 3 weeks. And a teacher, her name was Miss Patty, she came every morning to my house, like at 6 in the morning, to like try to get me up to school. It didn't work for about 3 weeks, but every day she made me look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, you are capable of greatness. And that changed my life, and I know teachers change a lot of lives. Thank you. So teachers, we are here to support you. Sometimes you get to school as early as 5 a.m., sometimes you leave school as early as 8 a.m., and you don't get paid for it, so why do you do it? I know why you do it. You do it because the system leaves no space for students that are prone to be left behind. The system forces you to move on with the rest of the class and leave behind bright and empowered and inspirational students like the ones at Roger Williams Middle School that I was surrounded by. But you teachers, you never allow yourself to leave them behind. You do everything you can to give that one-on-one attention and care to each and every student's academic needs, even if that means missing dinner with your family for a day. And you don't have to do it, but you do. And you don't have to love your job, but you do. And you don't have to love your students, but you do. And I don't think you understand that your job is the most important job that there is in this entire world. And only people who are weak-minded and short-sighted would think that by taking it away from you, they're helping us. Because the most help I ever got as a student was from a teacher. Thank you.